Welcome back to another episode of From the Stands Rochdale FC, your weekly roundup of all things Rochdale. In today's episode we'll be talking about a very different Rochdale side against Wealdstone, as well as looking forward to fellow National League side Braintree for the game this weekend, as well as a little bit of transfer news as well. Let's get going. Saying transfer news reminds me of this tweet really from Leeds when they put about the transfer deadline day, and then they went on and sold Matt Smith and Dominic Polion and then concluded the deal. And that one bit of transfer news is that Corey Edwards has joined Stockport on loan. He has already played his first minutes for them. It's a shame we haven't really been able to see him this season, but given that Harvey Gilmore and Ryan East have been in unbelievable form, as well as the addition of Casey Pate, Liam Humbles, even Mancini, and Jake Berger coming back, it's very tough to see him get in the side. I would like to see him as a starter one day for us, but I feel like if teams like Stockport are coming in for him now, I don't feel like he's going to stick around much longer, and I don't blame him for that. Going to a League One playoff fighting side over a title fighting National League side, I do not blame him at all, and he's a brilliant player, and if he does go then all the best, but if not, I'd love to see him get in the starting lineup in a couple of years time. Now with all the transfer gossip, let's have a look at Rochdale's 3-1 victory against Wealdstone last weekend. Something that definitely stands out, and you'll probably be able to notice that, is the possession, which is something that we, a modern Jim McNulty Rochdale, tend to have. We're a very possession-based team, we're very patient. But in this game, as you can see, we got 28%, which is very, very low. This is normally what we restrict other sides to. Passing-wise, half the amount of passes. This is like a complete different type of team that we're seeing, and a different way of playing completely, which is a side to us I didn't think we actually had. But yeah, we pretty much restricted them very well. Now if you look at these are the average positions of our players, and you can see there's quite a lot of movement going on down in this right hand flank, which defensively is Philip Chinedu's side, which we have reiterated how much he likes to bomb forwards. So I feel like we've almost compensated for that with Gordon pushing up a little bit further, Rowling coming over as well. The thing that's most surprising is Ebanks, how far back he is. He's normally a player that is just under the halfway line, as he offers that support passing wise, because Beckwith and Gordon are a lot further forward. But in this game he is a lot further back, and Alaraki's not as further forward, which I was quite surprised about. But they do have Georgiou on that side, as well as Jack Cook, who likes to bomb forward, so he's pretty much been our only option since Pritchard is out for a decent amount of time apparently. So let's look forward to our fixture against Braintree Town this weekend. In terms of departures, I feel like the only player that's of real significance is Kyril Lisby. Is a massive loss. He has just joined Peterborough United for an undisclosed fee, and a fun little fact, he is son of Kevin Lisby. Now one player I know needs no introduction to us Dale fans, it is John Akinde. He has managed to score 3 goals and get 3 assists in the 8 games he has played against us. He's always been a handful in our journey through the leagues, and although he is on the back end of his career now at the age of 36, I do feel like he still does pose a bit of a threat. One thing I've noticed after watching a couple of clips from Braintree's games this season is defensively they do look very, very shaky. They dive into tackles a lot and they are very aggressive. Not that most of their goals have come from crosses into the box, which thankfully for us we've looked pretty decent at so far this season. They've also only scored 1 goal away from home this season. It was a consolation against Boreham Wood. 3 of their goals so far this season have been from goalkeeper errors. They seem very poor from set pieces, especially from corners, and they've already had 2 sending offs this season. Not only that, their only 2 wins of the season have both come at home against Halifax and Yeovil, two sides that I feel like are going to be down there this year. In terms of tactical play, they do tend to go for a 4-2-3-1. However, they have played a 4-3-3 against Hartlepool this season and a flat 4-4-2 against Carlisle, in which they got beat 5-0. They do, like I said, frequently cross into the box. They are quite a fast-flowing football. Like, the football they do play can be quite tidy, and they do tend to hit you on the counter-attack as well. In terms of transfers in, they've signed experienced centre-back Tommy Smith, formerly of Ipswich, Sunderland, Colchester, MK Dons, that Tommy Smith. Lewis Walker from Woking, Elliot Thorpe from Solihull Moors, Goran Babic from Samurai Rovers, Sahid Kamara, he looks good, from Birmingham City, Kyle Smith from Millwall, Freddie Hockey from Chelmsford, Fletcher Hubab from Brightlingsea, and Manny Omro as a free agent. In terms of loans, they have signed Frankie Terry from Colchester until January, and Mason Terry, not related I don't think, from West Ham United till the end of the season. So I feel like the two sides are going to line up like this. First we'll start off with Rochdale. I think it's going to be the exact same. It's pretty much been the exact same all season. And there's no point even trying to create a discussion, although now, knowing Jim McNulty, he will throw someone in, like a Casey Petit or an Amanci up front, who knows. And I think Braintree might line up as a 4-4-2. They've just lost to Tamworth. They got a really good point against Forest Green, and they got annihilated by Carlisle. I feel like on some odd occasion, it may end up being a 4-5-1. Hubbard will drop in, because Hubbard and Marshall have rotated quite frequently this season, as well as Cooper and Kamara have also swapped sides. So you may see that. On the attack, it will be probably more of a 4-4-1-1 than anything. That's my prediction anyway, and I'm going to go with... It's very ambitious, but I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. I don't feel like Braintree really have much going forward. Yeah, I just can't. I can't see them really causing us much threat. But it is John Akinde and he knows what to do, so who knows. This is how the table is looking at the end of August. We are currently sat in second. Obviously, we do have that game in hand. So Solihull sit at the bottom of the table. They have just this week sacked Matt Taylor. He is the fourth casualty this season, as Adam Hinshelwood has been sacked by York. Derek Adams at Morecambe and Mark Cooper at Yeovil have all been sacked. I think the Solihull Moor game this weekend is possibly the most interesting one against Boston. Boston have struggled as of late. They did draw against Hartlepool last week, which is fine, but they did also suffer a 3-0 defeat against Truro City, who got their first win and scored half their goals in that game as well, beating them 3-0. So James Quinn is going to be in the dugout for the game against Boston. I feel like they've been on a bit of decline lately. They were always like pushing towards the top 10. Yeah, they're really going to start picking up form soon. Morecambe have obviously got, they've just overcome their problems, which is great to hear. They've got a lot of games to play. I don't know if they are being played or if they're being punished for that. Truro City have finally got their first couple of points on the board with a win against Boston. Fantastic 3-0. And we play them next week. Woking, I'm surprised to see them down there as well, as they were also a bit like Solihull. They were always pushing. It's like us when we were in League One. You can have a squad, but as soon as you start taking players away from them, then they're just gonna... If you can't replace them with the right people, then you're just going to drop down. And that is your video for this week. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please get your predictions and your review of the game against Braintree in the comments, and I'll see you next time.